Good afternoon, citizens. This is Judge Wolf. I'm here with Tabletop Anthologies. We're going to be running a new game today of Judge Dredd using the What's Old is New system from WOIN Publishing. So today with me, I have Dionysus as Judge Steele.
Judge Steele, baby.
I have the Hermes as Judge Luna. And I have Severian as Judge Null. Oh. My volume's low? Okay, I'll speak up a little bit. Hey there. Hi, Jessica. Very nice to meet you. Thank you for coming.
Hello. How you doing?
Hello.
Okay, I think there we go. Volume okay now? We'll crank it up a little bit.
Welcome.
Yes, definitely welcome. So today, our judges have just finished up their final street test and are moving into their first sector house. There's a couple of things that need to be talked about because the previous system that we used was the Roll20 system, and that takes place pretty much in what the modern Dredd is. So we are moving into the kind of back into the past. We're going to 2099. In 2099 is whenever the comic first started taking place. So that means we're going to be going back a little bit. That means your weapons might be a little bit different. We're going to be able to kind of play through a couple of different things. Mark, hey, how are you doing?
Hi, Mark.
So, for example, the Lawgiver Mark II hasn't been built yet. There's going to be some situations that happened inside of the Dredd comics that we're actually going to be able to go through. The Apocalypse War hasn't happened. The Rising of the Robots hasn't happened. So there's a lot of different things that can happen here. The first thing that we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and introduce our judges to the world that they live in. So let's take a look here. The first thing we need to talk about is our sector. So you are in Sector 20. Now,
Thank you.
There's a lot of different maps out there that kind of go through the sectors. And I couldn't find one that I liked a lot except for this one. So we're going to take a look at it right now and get back out of there. There we go. Okay, sorry about that slowness there. So, plus there's a little bit of difficulty getting a look through this. So, this is Mega City 1. It extends from the up near Maine down to just above Florida. Now, there's a couple of different maps out there that kind of go back and look at the different sectors. This is the only one that I could find that has actual sector numbers on it. So you are now going to be in Meg Central. The reason for this is because Judge Dredd actually, as your field training officer, stated that you are worthy to be in such a difficult area. Very high crime, very high population. You are in Sector 20, which is right here. Okay. So Sector 20 is very, very close to what used to be, what is this? This is the area for New York right here. Okay. So there's a lot of different things that you might be called to, particularly in your area and the surrounding. In this sector, you have your watch commander, you have your TAC group leader. So the first person you're going to end up meeting is your TAC group leader, who's going to end up walking you through a little bit of what has to do with your sector. So we're going to jump into character now. You have finished your street test. You've been assigned to Sector 20, and you are heading in. You are going to meet your TAC group leader, female by the name of Charlotte Reagan, who will take you to your squad. So your squad judge, the leader of your squad, is named Judge Sanchez. Okay, so go ahead.
This female, does she have a rank, and how would we address it?
So you would just call her Judge. You could call her Watch Commander. So judges basically only have two different ranks: judge and senior judge, and outside of the going up into the much higher ranks. So you would just call her watch commander, or you would call her judge. Okay, good.
Yep.
All right. So the first person you're actually going to get to talk to is your squad leader, who's Judge Sanchez. He meets you down at the front of the sector house. So you have all your belongings from being in the academy, doing your final street test. You are now meeting Judge Sanchez. Judge Sanchez is a little bit on the older side, although with rejuve treatments, he's looking pretty okay. He looks like Hispanic origins, kind of a gruff demeanor, always wears his helmet. So he's meeting up with you at the front.
All right, so we're walking up. Are we walking up in a group then? Are we looking good with our new judge uniforms?
Affirmative.
Always.
So, good
Reporting for
afternoon,
duty.
gentlemen. Welcome to Sector 20. Good afternoon, Judge.
Good afternoon, Judge. Judge Luna reporting.
I will be your squad leader. I'll take you to meet the squad in a bit, but if you follow me, I want to get you guys situated. I want to tell you a little bit about Sector 20 before we head to roll call. So, we have about a population of 4 to 5 million. In this area, we have roughly 75 different blocks. We also have a rather large undercity presence, which we sometimes have to send our judges down into. We have one of the highest crime rates outside of the pit and a few of the other areas that you may have heard of. We have a Black Atlantic port, which we have a lot of issues with smuggling, bringing contraband. So we're near enough to some of the other larger, more populous areas, Meg Central, that we often get called out. So if you connect to Barney, you'll be able to download some information on the different blockhouses. A couple of the ones that we've been having issues with recently, the Croc block, Betty White block, that's been an issue. There's also been a couple of issues in the Kevin Hart block, so just be aware of that. Weekly, we will be doing crime updates during the briefing section. So just to let you know about our area, organized crime is a major problem. We have a lot of different groups that are trying to fight for a different a lot of blitz action going on due to this whole mob influence. A lot of tapping. So if you remember from Academy, tapping is essentially what back in the 20th century they called bug. A lot of contraband coming in from the Black Atlantic ports. We have the usual Juve activity and the board citizen activity. I'm going to wear it through the whole thing. And then we have a lot of different citizens who are trying to manufacture contraband. We have a couple of a bit of burglary and robbery on the upswing, and due to our area near Section 1, we have a lot of alien issues. So there's been a couple of jump dumping codes happening that we've been kind of keeping up on. As for your sector house, you'll be staying here for a while in the dorms unless we find a block to put you in together. Judge Dredd actually specifically asked that you be kept together, even though two of you are side judges. It's very unusual. I can tell you that sometimes some of you might be pulled off from duty. Do you understand that?
Yes, Judge. Yes.
Understood.
Understood, sir.
Some of the things that we have in this sector that you need to be aware of is we do have an agrodome. We've had a couple of calls out to there due to the nature of business. We do have an area that stemmed off of Section 7. They're calling it the New Jungle, where we have some of the uplifted apes moving into our sector. We have an alien zoo, which has seen a couple of break-ins. We also have a couple of museums. We have a very large exhibition dome, not quite as big as the one in Sector 1, but fairly large. We do have the Meg 1 Agricultural University, so we do have a lot of businesses that kind of correspond to that. And we do have our share of shopplexes, shugi halls, and smokatoriums. So this is a very high population area. There's still business here. There's still people trying to make a living. So, but you're going to have a lot of citizen-citizen interaction. Ready for that type of interaction?
Yes, sir.
Understood.
All right, a little bit more information about the sector house here. So, Sector House 20, our sector chief is Chief Walker. You probably won't see him too often. You're going to be put on to Watch C. So there's 3 different watches, Watch A, B, and C, 8 hours. So you can expect to run over into another watch. It happens every single day. Your watch commander, is who you met, was the also known as your TAC group leader, is Charlotte Reagan, and then you have myself as your team leader. There are 8 other judges in your team, broken up into squad or 2 fire teams of 4. So you may end up working with them. Get to know them. Again, we have 3 different watches, A, B, and C. You're going to be on C, which is we're getting close to starting now. Do you have any questions before I take you to roll call?
Not yet, Judge.
No questions
No
here.
questions, Judge.
So just a little bit of out of character stuff. One of the things that's going to start happening with this new system is on Twitter or on once we get a website going, I'm going to be posting crime updates, usually once a week, maybe towards Monday or so. That does 2 different things. Number one, sometimes the judges will end up getting some type of a mission. You know, I mean, it's like, hey, like today, I have a pre-set up mission that they're going to do. Sometimes they might get put on patrol. Sometimes they might be able to look at these crime statistics that are coming up on Twitter and be able to say, hey, I know that we're supposed to be patrolling here, but we've seen an uptake in this going on. We would like to go investigate that. And then that's what I'll allow you to do. So the idea of this is also a lot of the block information and everything I'm going to post up onto the a website once we get it so that you can actually access that through your lawmasters. So the goal here is going to be to obviously stay in character as much as possible, do as little rolls as possible, and use the information that you have available to you. Cool?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Okay. We all
Yep,
comfortable
that's
so
fine.
far?
So far.
So far,
Okay.
I
good.
forgot to pee before we started.
Oh. So you head to roll call. There's a lot of judges already in there, and as you can expect, there's a feeling of camaraderie in the area. These are people who have been on the streets with each other for a while now, although each group kind of seems to be segregated. There appears to be roughly 3 different squads, so each squad being 13 individuals, 12 judges, and then their section leader. So the you can see that each of the individual squads are kind of broken down into their respective fire teams, and they're kind of hanging out with each other, talking, prepping. Most have their helmets on. There are a few who don't, and it's not anything unusual. Many people don't wear their helmets constantly. So as you walk in, everything kind of gets quiet, and everyone looks at you. Right? You are the new kids on the block, if you will.
Awkward.
Yeah, it's there's respect there. There's respect there. Nobody's judging you per se. Ha!
Hanging tough.
Yeah, you know, I got to. So there we go. That's a little bit better. There's tables, there's a podium at the front, and it looks like everybody's kind of getting settled in. What are you doing?
Let's get settled in. Find a
Yeah,
spot.
Settled in. I mean, are all the tables taken? Are there any tables that are available?
It's a very large area. In other words, there could probably be the entire sector house's judges in there at one time. So everybody's kind of like sitting up at the front, right? This isn't college. They don't file in from the back. So.
Oh, okay.
So there's
Do
plenty
they
of
prefer that
tables.
we sit in our respective groups, or are we allowed to?
No, you can sit wherever you want. Nobody's forcing you to. There's no assigned seating or anything.
All right.
I'd probably at least introduce myself to all the people on my watch.
So there's 2
Or
other
other judges.
squads that are kind of on their own. Your squad, there's 8 individuals where you can see that they're the short one, or they're short on people, which is probably where you're going. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different males and 3 different females. they would definitely introduce themselves. I have names for them all. As they become important, we'll start to loop them into them. So I assume that you go and introduce yourself.
Yes.
Yep.
So they're fairly open to meeting you. They greet you, shake hands with you. This isn't a time of COVID virus, so we can actually do that. There's plenty of interaction, right? They welcome you. They say they heard about what happened, how you got involved in the drug scheme or the contraband scheme and the organ legging. It's very interesting how that happened. So about that time, your watch commander comes in, and again, that's your attack group leader, which is Charlotte Reagan. So she walks up to the front,
takes the podium, and everybody kind of sits down. Good evening, judges. Getting ready to send you out on patrol. Couple of notes for today. As you know, there has been an increase in tapping and some juve activity, so make sure that you're keeping an eye out for that. We want to try to stop that and protect our citizens as much as possible. Today we got 3 H-Wagons on duty, 8 H-Wagons, 1 macro analysis MAC team, a mana prowl tank, and roughly 6 to 10 meat wagons, depending on how the ones that are out in service come back in. So I have assignments for each of your squads. I would like to welcome our new judges, fresh out of the academy. If cadets, or excuse me, Judge Steele, Judge Luna, Judge Null, if you'd stand up, tell us a little bit about yourself. Judge Steele, if you want to go first.
Yeah. I'm Judge Steele, fresh out the camp, ready to hit the streets, clean them up with you all. Anxious to be with Charlie Watch. We're gonna clean it up.
Roger.
Okay.
Judge Luna.
Hello, I'm Judge Luna. My focus is being a side judge, and I like long walks on the beach, I like unicorns, and I look forward to working with the rest of Watch C.
Thank you. Judge Null.
I'm Judge Null. I'm looking forward to enforcing the law here.
Thank you. We welcome you. We know that you have one other new or judge that was with you. He's currently working with our back judge. Probably. So for our new judges, 2 things. First off, we have just received a set of experimental weaponry that we would like to test with you. It's the Lawgiver Mark 1B. So whenever you go down to check out your Lawmaster, make sure that you pick that up and let the armor know who you are. Secondly, as new judges here, you need to understand that we are short on manpower, as always, but particularly here. We have a high population. One of the things that you need to be doing constantly is PMCS or preventive maintenance check services on your equipment every single day, including your Lawmaster. Law rod rifles are issued to you to add to your Lawmaster. And the other thing is I already have a case for you. Not ready to send you out on patrol yet till Judge Sanchez has had time to work with you on the area. We just received a call from one of the companies that's prevalent here. We want you to go investigate. Right? So with that, do you have any questions? Judge Sanchez
No,
will
Watch
have
Commander.
the
I'm
information
set.
Judge Sanchez will have the information of your case.
Understood.
Copy.
Roger that.
All right. With that said, everyone, good luck out there. Stay safe. And we'll see you back in here.
She walks off the podium. So everybody kind of just starts to disperse. So Sanchez comes back up.
All right, gentlemen. So 2 things. Your your lawgiver. The Lawgiver Mark 1, there's been some word that we need a better way to stop citizens from doing harm to others without
killing. So the idea is to add a stun system. There's another mark of the lawgiver in the works, but this is kind of like a prototype. So it still operates exactly the same as the Mark 1, but it has a stun setting. So you are to try to use that if you can in order to subdue victims or subdue citizens instead of killing them out. Be wary though, there has been word that it can malfunction. So just be careful. As for your case, you are going to head over to a warehouse that's owned by the Flavulite Corporation. It's a subsidiary of the Dr. Mog Vagabond Munch Fund, the Munch Fund. So if you don't recall, I'm sure that you've had it before, but Munch is a crop that's grown out in the cursed earth. It doesn't pick up radiation and it tastes like garbage. But if it's processed, it's at least palatable. The Flavulite Company has just developed a new flavor that apparently is amazing. There was a break-in, a lot of it was stolen. Well, not quite a bit of it. So you're to go investigate. There's a rep there that will meet you at the front. Her name is Sally Salon. You'll meet her there. So get your equipment. Do you have any questions?
What kind of malfunctions are we talking on these lawgivers?
They've been known to, if fired too often, that the stun charge can actually travel back through the weapon.
Do the lawgivers function the same as the previous one? So the 1Bs, the only difference is the stun aspect. Can that stun aspect, or has that stun aspect being added to the weapon, has it caused any malfunctions in any of the other weapons abilities?
Negative. No. It's everything else works perfect. You'll
Just
still
the
need
stun.
to add your heat seeker to the front. You end up using it. You have this ammo selector with armor piercing, incendiary, and hot shot. So, or excuse
Out of character, can we get the name put in the chat for this place?
yeah, sure.
I think you said Flady Light.
I said Flavulite.
Flavu.
Okay.
Flav.
And what was the product that tastes like shit?
Months. M-U-N-C.
MUNC. Okay.
Anything else?
But they added a flavor to it, and that's why it was stolen.
Yeah, all months.
All months comes in and it tastes like garbage. But companies are always trying to come up with new ways to make it tasty so that people want to eat it.
Hence the name.
Mm-hmm. Any other questions?
Not yet, no.
Okay. So with that said, Judge Sanchez walks off to go speak to the other ones in the crew. At this point in time now is whenever you're going to do the requisition. So you now know where you're going. I told you before that you have a little bit of information that you have basically a B&E that you were going to investigate. So I want you to go ahead and figure out your final requisitions. I'm going to step off to the side here real quick. Figure that out. Judge Luna, this might be a time if you need to run real quick and then come back. So
I can hear you guys. So if you guys want to keep talking, I'll be able to have comms.
Okay, I'm going to.
Wolf, I am going to take a bleeper for sure and 2 chemical light sticks.
Okay.
I think we're going to end up with a lot of excess. Or
I'd rather have excess than not enough. Be like, oh my god.
no, I mean credits, because I don't really know that we really need a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Like for this type of situation,
breaching charges are 500.
Yeah. We don't have meds, right? We have to wreck those.
Correct. Only medical judges start with that.
With medical stuff?
Yeah.
That's a good point.
So we can't get anything then.
Mark is saying maybe a forensic kit.
Ooh, a forensic kit. Yeah, how much are the toolkits? They are only 75. I will take a forensic kit also.
Yeah, let's do that.
I can afford that. So actually, I'll take one of the chemical light sticks, a forensic kit, and a bleeper, and that's all my 280. Med kits are also 75. If
By
one
the
of you
way,
guys want to take a med kit.
If you guys didn't know, the Mark and Jessica are both from WOIN Publishing, the people who
Hello and welcome.
published this game. So
Oh,
Nice.
okay. Well, well done.
VIPs up in
Thank
her.
you.
I did. I had to have some coffee, and I've actually gotten to talk to Darren Pierce, who's one of the authors here for the book. Great guy. We're going to do an interview with him, hopefully. So yeah, I'm
Nice.
excited. So you are going to go ahead and add the equipment to your list there, Judge Null. You said a bleeper and what else?
Bleeper, forensic kit, and chemical light stick.
Okay.
I want a
Sounds
jetpack.
6 jetpacks, please.
The acetylene torch.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to find a descriptor on it. I don't know if it came with those or not. Can that?
One
And that-
second. 1 second. Sorry, they're saying that they can't hear me. Can you hear me now?
Give it a go, Wolf. I'm listening.
Lane, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
loud.
you're in. You're coming across the stream. I hear you.
Okay.
I'd knock it up like 1 or 2.
Yeah, I'll do that. So, okay. So let me. There. That's the max that I can do with it. So, what I was saying for those who are viewing is that, yeah, I know it's because I'm using basically earbuds instead of a nice headset. I was saying that Mark and Jessica, excuse me, are both from WOIN Publishing, and we're very, very happy to have you here. Judge Null, go ahead and add those to your sheet, and then I'm sorry, Judge Luna, what were you saying?
I was asking about the acetylene torch.
Yeah, that's basically like the tanks, right? You have 2 big tanks. You have your oxygen and your acetylene, and then you use it to cut things.
Yeah, I'm gonna get one of those.
Okay, I'm gonna do
Go ahead.
Okay.
2 chem lights, an extra pair of handcuffs,
Smart.
and some infrared goggles.
Okay. How much are the infrared
Oh.
goggles?
100.
Yeah, that
Okay.
makes it.
So that's
probably
out of my
get-
personal, but I was going to ask you guys, do you want to use our group rec towards a science scanner?
Science scanner?
Basically, it scans for energy resources and substances. Well, I guess it really won't scan for flavored munch, but I guess that's the line along the lines that I was thinking of. Seeing if it could actually scan for something. So
I think
disregard.
the forensic kit might help us like point out remnants of that stuff if that's what you're looking for.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. And I don't know that we need anything else. I can't think of anything else.
Do we want to use the to get some more handcuffs?
That's what I was going to suggest. Is because we
forgot
just
to
get
roll.
one pair of handcuffs on our person, right?
I would say we need at least
Correct.
2 on each, just in case.
How much do they cost? Handcuffs.
They're like 30, I think.
With our 700 group rec, why not just get like
100.
All of the handcuffs.
You get 10 for 300.
Good afternoon, Armor. I would like all of your handcuffs.
Do we get a discount? Is there a discount? Do I have-
bulk discount. I
Coupon
think you
should
heard
be
me
on the
wrong. I think you thought I said I want a lot of handcuffs. What I said
we should
was
each have 2 or 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say it.
All right. So let's each get an extra 2 pairs of handcuffs, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I don't know
that's
how
six.
Dredd does it, man. It's hard to drink with this thing on.
So tell us about your helmet. Did you make that or did you buy it?
No, I made it.
What'd you make
Out
it
of-
of?
Foam and
Nice,
plastic.
dude.
Yeah, no, it's big. So I made it big to begin with. You can afford it because I made it big because I was hoping to get the headphones underneath of it, but it's too. No, So my wife's helped me a lot with this.
Let's just use the rest on, if we don't have any other items, then weapons.
Yeah, I agree.
I see
Yeah, that
somebody
works for
just
me.
said hand
Or
bombs
it's-
can be useful.
Yeah,
I don't know. I
hand
see a trident. Now I'm set.
bombs. If you guys want any more, like armor-piercing rounds or anything.
As a GM, I would also like to point out that that hand bomb idea actually isn't that bad. I'm not saying to use a fragmentation, but you don't have any stun gas anymore.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's also, well, never mind. Because we don't have, well, the stun charges. So the new 1Bs, did they have a specific amount of charges to them?
Yeah, whatever it says for in the book for the Mark II. So that's on the back page, and it is. I love this book, by the way. The artwork is just freaking gorgeous.
Yeah, the artwork's great.
That's what you have is the stream background, right? The artwork.
No, the background that I have right now. Oh yeah, in the front. Yeah. The background, is from the 2000 AD site. So for stun charges, you have.
Rubber bullets.
Of course, it doesn't say.
I don't think there's a limited amount of stun charges. I didn't see anything about that anywhere in
Probably
this
not.
system.
That's okay. Don't worry about it. We're not. I don't expect you to have so much combat that you drain your batteries.
I think I'm good with my loadout. I don't really want any extra weapons or anything.
No, I was just gonna get some extra. Well, we got the rounds in there. So
What about straight
just-
spray dressings? Somebody was saying in
Well,
chat.
I have that on my list, but when you said we really can't do medical, I crossed it out.
Well, you can do medical, but you
Yeah.
don't get medical, right? You don't get
Okay.
any equipment for free.
I'd
Spray
say we
dressing.
need at least a couple, maybe, first aid packs or something if that's available. If that's not, we can make it up. Or
Yeah, med kits. Yeah, one of you should grab a med kit. It's 75.
I'll take one.
I can grab a spray dressing.
It's part of the med kit.
Okay.
You get 50.
I used my personal rec for that torch. How much do we have total for the group?
700.
700.
All right, I want to use the group then with the med pack because I might use it on someone else. I'm cheap.
Okay.
I kind of want to add an energy whip. That looks like a lot of fun.
That it?
Where did you see the med pack at? How much was that?
Nunchaku.
It's under toolkit.
Wait.
Toolkit, page 96 is the description. Yeah, I think I'm good to go.
Hey, the chat bot finally worked. I was wondering if it was
Nice.
going to.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything else that I feel like we need for our current theft call.
I'll add another. No one else is using the group requisition. I'll add another heat seeker round.
Did you
The
guys
hot
pick
shot.
up any medical equipment?
Yeah, you know what? Let me grab
I'm just saying
two
because if you start dying in this, it's not like other games. It's like you got to be stopped from dying.
All right, well then let's use the group stuff to the med kits. You guys all each want to take one? I think that's a good
Sure,
idea.
75 can afford it. I'll do
All right.
another. I'll do a med
Yeah.
kit.
So we only have one heat round ricochet. Am I reading this right?
Correct.
Or is
Yeah.
there somewhere else where the
No, it's just one of each, except for the armor piercing, which you have 5.
You get 5.
yeah. And the electricity. Okay, that's just electricity. Actually, do you guys care if I get some stun rounds?
No, go
No.
for it.
Stun rounds.
Yeah, I think it was 100 credits for.
Yeah.
Where's it at? Page 106. Well, they're rubber bullets essentially.
Oh, ricochet.
Is that ricochet or that
No, these are different. It's
rubber bullets? Are different. They
Oh,
stun
okay.
on page 100.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
I mean that's for me. I think that's a good idea. So
No, not with the
I don't know if
lawgiver.
those can
The
fire it out of
lawgiver
the wall.
only has the lawgiver shoots differently than other guns. Effectively, it uses an argon gas that's controlled by the back. You can't use extra ammo like that. It's only the ammo that's allowed for the lawgiver. Sorry.
Yeah, so on page 103 to 104 at the bottom
Yeah.
are the
So
only
your
ammunition.
incendiary,
Oh, okay.
armor piercing, high X. So
So that would require a different type of gun then.
yeah, which the armory's not going to have.
Okay. Yep. Well, then I'm set.
All right. Everybody get their equipment added.
He just
Yeah.
mentioned something about spray dressings. Thanks, Morris. I didn't see that.
Yeah, that was in the med kits.
Hmm.
That's why we didn't get any. I mean, how much do we have left? I think we have
Yep,
like
plenty.
100. Right?
Yeah,
We
both
should
of
all
us.
get one.
Yeah, we both took a med kit. You should take one too.
Okay, I'll take a med kit and a spray dressing.
Spray
You guys
dressing
might
for
as well
med
each.
kit.
Yeah, I know, but take an extra, like so each person has a med kit and each person has a spray dressing.
I don't think it works that way.
I think we'll be
It's
good.
just, yeah.
I'm good.
Okay.
All right. So you head down to the armory. You requisition your gear. Obviously, there's a line. You get your new Lawgiver Mark 1Bs that has the stun charges on it as a out of character type thing just for that. So a critical hit is rolled whenever you roll 3 6s on your attack roll. If you happen to roll 3 1s on your attack roll, there's no system in the game that says that that's like a botch or anything. But because this is an experimental weapon, effectively what's going to happen is you're going to take 2d6 of electricity damage. Soakable. So. Oh, geez. Yeah. And so you get your equipment. You head out to your... Oh. Morris is the boss over at EN Publishing.
Oh,
Wow.
nice.
So,
Okay.
very
all
nice
right.
to have you here. Very nice to have all
Yeah.
three of you
Well,
here.
yeah, everybody.
Especially with such a short notice. I noticed on your guys' Facebook that you're asking to, if any streamers are out there that needed stuff. I just wanted somebody to stop by. I'm really happy that you guys stopped by. Yeah, no pressure. Thanks, Lane. I appreciate that. No pressure.
Judge Steve says hello. Hi,
So,
Judge Steve. It's me.
it is a pleasure to have you guys here. We're having fun. I'm having fun. So I hope we stick with the spirit of the game.